I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Friday. Yay! August the 4th, 2023. Happy birthday to my sister Shamika. All right, guys, let's get into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, honestly, when you end your episode with Finn and Elizabeth, baby, it was all right. But, anyways, let's get into it. No, but for real, it wasn't that bad. It was about I would give it a solid 6.5. First of all, we go to Austin and Ava. Child, they're in. Okay, no. We're gonna start off with Elizabeth. So Elizabeth sees a note from the nurse tells her you have a note, and so she looks at it. It is cute. Y'all know how back in the day they used to do. Will you go out with me? Yes or no? He said if it's no, burn this note. But she checks yes, and then Finn gets the note back. So they're on their way to dinner, getting ready for dinner or whatever. They're gonna meet each other. So, but before Elizabeth goes, she goes to Austin's office, right? Because he's there with Ava. And she's telling him, she's updating him on Sonny knowing information. He like, oh my gosh, Ava. And then Elizabeth comes in and she starts telling him, did Detective Chase talk to you? And he's like, what you mean? And she said, well, he was asking questions and I told him I saw Dex outside of your office and everything. And he was trying to ask questions. And so Elizabeth just dropping all this information. He's like, And then she tells Ava, have you talked to Nicholas? Because, I mean, we haven't heard from him. And so Austin shoos Elizabeth out and she's like, okay. So she ends up leaving, right? I'm just gonna finish up with them. So then Elizabeth and Finn go on their date and they both talk about their pros and cons, but they want to make this work. I said, y'all acting like y'all haven't dated before. Have they not? I thought they were dating last time. I thought that was one of the reasons like they broke up because he was too when she was going through her little excuse me, I don't want to say the demean it, but when she was going through her breakdown, they were I thought they were in a relationship or were trying. I don't know, child. Let's move on. Let's move on. But anyway, I said, I mean, this is cute and all, but who told y'all this is the romance of the summer we wanted for you, General Hospital? It is not. We wanted Spencer and Trina. And another thing, I didn't get to watch the episode yesterday because y'all interrupted with Trump getting in trouble again. And I didn't get to watch the soaps. And then I went to Hulu. And apparently, if you have Hulu Live and you record the soap, then if I try to watch it without the recording, it wouldn't let me watch it. It never came up. So I just missed yesterday's episode and it looked like it was gonna be good. Disappointed in that, but let's move on, child, because I'm not gonna try to watch it this weekend. We already moved on. Anyways, focus. So they're just talking to each other about their pros and cons of the relationship. He said, I'm scared of this. I want to go. I looked into a transfer. Really, Finn, y'all was working with each other before when you was trying to like knock it off. Now I like your little romance or whatever, but I realize now that this is the romance y'all want to give us for the summer. And um no, this was supposed to be a side romance, not the main one. I don't want to see this. I mean, I do, but I don't want to see this. Not for the main romance. Anyways, child, that's enough griping I've done. Let's move on. So then we go back to Austin and Ava. Child, Austin is freaking out because Ava is telling him, who is Gordon? So he's like, oh my gosh, you think Sonny had him rubbed out? Oh my goodness. He said, Sonny, when Austin said Sonny went into his tough guy routine and started acting like he was boxing, he said he made Gordon apologize to me and all this. He was just trying to scare him. He said, oh gosh, you think he had him rubbed out? And she said, rubbed out? Was it rubbed out? I think that's what she said. Rubbed out. Who says that? And then he went to she said, tell me what happened when Dex was in your office, when Dex was around your office. He was like, nothing. I mean, Sonny saw me going around with Gordon. He saw us talking or whatever. Sonny did the whole thing about scaring up Gordon. And then he said, maybe that's when he sent Dex to follow me. And she said, well, what did Dex see in your office? He said, nothing. I mean, maybe something. And she said, what is it, Austin? He said, well, Gordon and Mason was there and he wanted the money from Mason, more money. And Mason said he'll get what he's owed. And she said, so Sonny didn't kill this man. Mason did. And she was like, Austin, you're really bad at this. Like, you're too scary to have been in the mafia. I said, girl, this is all an act. I don't know if it is or not, but honestly, I'm left in the dark, so I'm just gonna make up what I think the storyline is. This is all an act, Ava. He's pretending to be this scared. This man isn't scared. He's setting all this emotion, and you keep giving him all the information instead of letting him be blindsided. But she like, well, we know all the players now. And then he asks her, "Does Sonny know you killed Nicholas?" And she said, He was like, "Oh my gosh, Sonny gonna come after me." And she said, "No, I told him you were helping me." And he was like, "Ava, why?" She said, "Well, we know all the players now, so it doesn't even matter. I just need Mason, nobody to know, tie me and Mason together because they might connect, Nicholas and all this kind of stuff. I don't need anybody asking questions." He like, "I know." And so then she kissed him and she said, "Stop being bad at this. Do better. Like, do better at this." And he said, "Yes, ma'am." And then she leave. Whatever. That was a cute outfit Ava had on. I think they should have tailored it a little more, but it was cute. But Ava is one of the best dresses on the soaps, period. Like all the soaps. Anyways, child, let's move on. So then we see Laura is out there in Greece with Kevin trying to find Nicholas, and they can't find him anywhere. And then at the end, she says, "Oh, could it be that he's really disappeared again? Like he left his sons?" And Kevin said, "Shame is a huge thing, so he might have." And then she said, "Oh, I don't know." And she said, "Wait, I think I know where I can find him." So she's going off to another location to try to find Nicholas Child. So then we go over here and we see Anna and Valentine, and he done came back and she's happy to see him. And then she's telling him about Sonny believes that the person, I mean, first of all, the gun that tried to take her out was WSB, or yeah, WSB. I don't know. I am saying this wrong. Oh, it's Friday. Let's keep going. So, she believes that the gun was from the WSB. So she feel, or is it WSA? See, that bothers me. So she feels like, I'm sorry, I was trying to look it up. Yeah, it's a WSB. So she feels like they're trying to take him out, and she was telling him Sonny thinks it's a single person that tried to take her out through the media, and then when that didn't work, now they're trying to like physically take her out. And so they're concerned about all that. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens there. Because I don't mind Anna and Valentine, but sometimes when they're together, their scenes are a little bit boring to me. Even though I like them as a, on one hand, I like them as a couple, but on the other hand, for some reason, it's boring to me when they're together. But I do like them as a couple. Let's keep going. So then we see Christina with Michael. And so Michael comes in and Christina says, "I already know Jocelyn looks at this place as like the forbidden because it's Nina and Sonny's place or whatever." And she thought Michael would too. And he's like, Michael is gonna follow Willow's lead. He's gonna do whatever she wants. If she want a relationship with Nina, he's not gonna encourage it, but he's not gonna discourage it either. He just gonna follow Willow's lead. And baby, Christina holds none because she told Michael, because she said, "I don't understand why Jocelyn can't get over it. Like your mom's moved on, my dad's moved on. Get all, like, it's not your love life or whatever. Get over it." And Michael said, "Well, would you be able to get over it if your dad was if Sonny was missing, and then you see your mom fall apart or whatever?" And she said, "Don't act like I wasn't involved in that as well. Like he's my dad. I saw, I grieved as well when he was missing." So and then she said, "The heart wants what the heart wants. Isn't that what happened to you and Willow, baby?" Michael looked up at Christina and they didn't even come back to it. I said, "See, that's what I be talking about. Y'all starting to act like Young and the Restless, like something will happen on the soap and they'll just go away from the scene. Like, what? I wanted to see the rest of that. But I don't know, child. Anyways, moving right along. She just tells him to be more encouraging of Nina or whatever. And so then we go to Nina and Willow. So Nina stops by at Willow's place and she says, "I know I'm not, it's not a scheduled visit, but I was going home and I saw this and I thought if you need anything, because I know Michael's been working." And she said, she didn't need anything. And Nina said, "Well, can I come in?" And she was like, "Yeah, come on in." One of the reasons I think Willow told her to come on in is because Willow is bored at that house, child. Willow said she was trying to knit. I said, "What is it, girl?" And Nina said, "Yeah, it's." And she said, "It's awful. Like it's bad. You don't have to do that." She was like, "But I just took up the hobby." So her and Nina starts talking or whatever, and they're having a nice little conversation. And Nina and Willow's hair was in her face, and Nina instantly, she just pushed it back or whatever, and you could tell Willow was just like, because that's something a mom would do. And so then they kept talking, and Willow said, "I think I'm gonna take this baby class." And everything, and Nina was like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much fun, I wish." And then she stopped and was like, "Yeah, that sounds fun, you should do that, so you won't be so bored and everything." And I think that's why I like one of the reasons why I like Nina, because I know everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you like Nina." I'm like, I like Nina because of her storyline as far as wanting a child so badly, and then to have children, and then her mother did her dirty and took her children away, and so now her children are adults, and one is gone, and she really couldn't be there in her life, and then so now she has Willow, and they're like, they walk on eggshells around each other. But I like the Nina storyline about that, because I remember when I wanted a child so badly, and I had so many complications just with Mila, and even after I gave birth to Mila, it was so many complications and everything. So I guess I can relate to her on that part of it. And so that's one of the reasons why I like Nina. Plus, I'm like, everybody be doing dirty on this soap, and did some things that they wasn't supposed to be doing or whatever. So like, I'm not judging this girl when I like other people on the soap, like Sonny and Ava. Let's keep going. So, anyways, Nina says, "Michael's running a little late." That's what Willow was telling her. "Michael's running a little late." And Nina says, "Well, if you're hungry, I can order something from the Metro Court and have it in 20 minutes. And then Michael comes in, and Nina leaves. She's like, I was just here. I just stopped by on the way home." And she's stumbling, trying to get it out. And Willow's like, "It's okay." And so she leaves, and Willow tells her bye, and she says goodbye. And so then Michael and Willow talk. And I said, "Oh, could it be that I actually don't mind Willow when she's not with Michael?" Because baby, as soon as she got with Michael, my attention span started tuning out. I don't know what it is about Michael and Willow together. It's just boring to me. Child, I was paying more attention to Anna and Valentine than these two. But they were talking about Willow being bored. She's bored by herself all the time. So she was told him, he was like, "I hope Nina didn't upset you." And she said, "No, actually, I was glad for her to stop by because it was a nice distraction, because she gets lonely in her little bubble." And I said, "Y'all, so y'all not gonna even try to wear the mask and stuff anymore?" Remember when they first came to see Willow, they was masking up, and y'all acting like COVID. We don't even wear the mask anymore. Well, I do in certain places, like when it's crowded. Baby, no, I got to put my mask on because y'all be coughing and stuff, and don't cover your mouth. Not me. So then we go ahead, and he tells her, because she said she's ready to get back into nursing. I said, "Well, maybe they're gonna have her work for Christina's thing." And she said, "No, she want to be at the hospital doing her nursing thing." Right. And so hold on just a second. Sorry, my sinus, my goodness. So he tells her, "Well, I was thinking we could focus on family first." I said, don't do that, Michael. Now you have your career, and you're out. I understand what he's saying, but you have your career. It is very boring to me. I understand what Willow's saying. It is very lonely and boring when you're not working. Like, I work from home. Y'all know that I work from home. So I get pretty much get to pick the hours that I want to work and everything. But I am working, so it's a distraction. And then, I can leave and go places and do other things. But when you're not working, like she's not working, period, and she can't go outside. It's like when we all were inside with COVID, and we want, like, I'm not really like a go out all the time person, but I do like to go out sometimes. Like on a Saturday, I love waking up early, going to like the little different stores that I need to do and get my errands done, and maybe go out to dinner or something with Mila. I enjoy doing that. So if I wouldn't be able to do that, I would be like, oh my gosh, please, Lord, let me out the house. So I get why Willow is just like, now, Michael, I love you, but I wants to work. And he understood it as well. I think he's just being overly protective. Child, I'm just making this video long for no reason because the episode wasn't what I'm what I'm talking, trying to make it longer. Anyways, let's move on. So then we see Nina goes over to Christina's. She goes over to Charlie's, and Christina tells Nina, "Thank you so much. Trish told me what you've been saying about me." And Nina's like, "I'm sorry if I overstepped." She was like, "No, I appreciate that." But she said, "You don't have to like brag on me to people and stuff. I like you because, my dad likes you." And she said, "No, no, no, I'm not doing that because of that. Nina tells her, "I love what you're doing with the center. It's so needed." And she said, "Yeah, Trish told me about her brother's story, and we need places where people can feel safe and they can go to." And so Christina tells her, "Thank you for that." And then she tells Nina, "You have my support." At the end of the day, I've messed up a lot. Like, I am a screw up. And my father has always been there for me. He does not judge me. He does not hold my mistakes over me. So who am I to do that to him? Like, if he loves you, then that's enough for me. And so Nina thanks her for that support. And she's like, "Girl, because right now I'm probably gonna be the only one at your wedding." I said, "Child, yes." But anyways, that's it, y'all. That was General Hospital today. That was it. It is the weekend. Don't forget to if you go outside, be safe, be blessed. It's hot, y'all. So stay hydrated, stay cool, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you on Monday for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.